Yeah. Is it? Okay. 11:31.
Dear members, good morning. I, Jamshed Patel, Company Secretary and Chief Compliance Officer of your company, welcome you all to the 87th Annual General Meeting of the company. This meeting is being held through video conference and other audiovisual means. Kindly
Freezing.
note that the proceeding of this meeting is being recorded in accordance with the statutory requirements, and recording will be available on the website of the company. I would like to take you through certain points regarding the participation at this meeting. All members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from the background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The company has received requests from 21 shareholders to register them as speakers at this AGM. The speaker shareholders have been registered on the first come first served basis. Once the Q&A session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder sequentially. Only the audio of the speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the host. The shareholder is requested to click the video on button only once and wait till the video is on. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, the shareholder can speak through the audio mode. If there is any connectivity problem at the speaker shareholder's end, we would invite the next speaker to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker shareholder may be called again to speak. We kindly request the shareholders to limit their speech to 3 minutes. I would now like to explain the sequence of the meeting and the process of voting on the resolutions in this meeting. In compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided its members with facility to cast their vote through remote e-voting mechanism administered by National Securities Depository Limited. This voting facility is also provided to the members present and to those who have not yet voted. Members can go to the voting page of NSDL e-voting website and cast their vote while at the same time watch the proceedings of this meeting. Since the AGM is being held through video conference and the resolution mentioned in the notice conveying the AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of the resolutions. The remote e-voting facility will remain open for 15 minutes after the meeting to enable the members to cast their vote. The company has received 8 authorized representations along with board resolutions from corporate shareholders appointing and authorizing representatives in the respect of 3,71,28,947 equity shares, representing 73.38% of the paid up equity share capital. Since there is no physical attendance of the members and in compliance with the circulars issued by MCA and SEBI, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The registers as required under the Companies Act 2013 are available for inspection. Thank you so much. I now hand over to our chairman, Mr. Noel Tata.
Thank you, Jamshed. Good morning, members. Welcome to the 87th Annual General Meeting of Tata Investment Corporation Limited, held through video conference. We are holding the AGM through video conference, which is in compliance with the directions of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. The company has taken requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered at this AGM. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. I would now request our board members who are attending this meeting and are on video conference to introduce themselves. Mr. Farokh Subedar.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Farokh Subedar, Vice Chairman of your company. I must serve as a non-executive, non-independent director on the board of the company. I'm attending this meeting from the Trent office at Wadala. I also chair the Stakeholders Relationship Committee and the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee of the company. Thank you.
Mr. Amit Dalal.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Amit Dalal. I'm the Executive Director of your company, attending the meeting from Trent's office at Wadala, Mumbai. Thank you.
Mr. Suprakash Mukhopadhyay.
Thank you, Chairman. I am Suprakash Mukhopadhyay. I am serving your company as non-independent, non-executive director of the company. I am attending this meeting from USA. Thank you.
Mr. Abhijit Sen.
Morning, shareholders. I am Abhijit Sen. I serve as an independent director on the board of your company. I'm attending the meeting from my residence in Mumbai. I also chair the audit committee and asset liability and risk management committee of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhijit. Mr. Rajiv Dubey.
Thank you, Mr. Tata. Good morning, shareholders. I'm Rajiv Dubey. I serve as an independent director on the board of your company. I'm attending this meeting from my residence at Mumbai. I also chair the Nominations and Remuneration Committee and the Information Technology Strategy Committee of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Mr. V. Chandrasekaran.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, shareholders. I'm Chandrasekharan. I'm V. Chandrasekharan. I serve as an independent director on the board of your company. I'm attending this meeting from my residence at Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Farida Kambata.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Farida Kambata. I serve as an independent director on the board of your company. I'm attending the meeting from the US. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Farida. Mr. Manoj Gupta, the Chief Financial Officer of your company, is also attending this meeting. Representatives of Suresh Surana and Associates and Gokhale and Sathe Chartered Accountants, joint statutory auditors of your company, and Parekh and Associates, secretarial auditors, are also attending this meeting through video conference. The notice convening this meeting, along with all the proposed resolutions being considered at this meeting and the annual report, have already been circulated to members. May I take the notice convening the meetings as received and read? Further, since there is no qualifications or observations in the reports of the statutory and secretarial auditors, these are not required to be read. The company has provided members the facility to exercise their right to vote at this 87th annual general meeting by electronic voting systems administered by the National Securities Depository Limited. E-voting commenced on Friday, July 5th, 2024 and continued till Monday, July 8th, 2024. Please note that there would not be any voting on the resolutions by show of hands. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can cast their vote during the course of this meeting through the e-voting facility available to all the shareholders. If a shareholder has already cast his or her vote, then the shareholder should not cast his or her vote again at this meeting, since such a vote would be considered invalid. Dear shareholders, before I call upon the speakers who have registered to speak, I would like to make a few observations which are relevant to your company. Global economic activity is rebalancing and is expected to grow at a stable pace in 2024. As per the IMF, India will overtake Japan to become the fourth largest economy in the world by 2025 and overtake Germany to become the third largest by 2027. Growth in India is projected to remain strong at 6.8% in 2024 and 6.5% in 2025, with the robustness reflecting continuing strength in domestic demand and a rising working age population. RBI expects investment activity to remain on track with high capacity utilization, healthy balance sheets of banks and corporates, government's continued thrust on infrastructure spending, and optimism in business sentiments. Improving world trade prospects could support external demand. Headwinds from geopolitical tensions, volatility in international commodity prices, and geoeconomic fragmentation, however, pose risks to the outlook. Headline inflation has seen sequential moderation since February 2024, albeit in a narrow range from 5.1% in February to 4.8% in April 2024. Food inflation, however, remains elevated. Globally, equity markets continue to perform with some record lifetime highs. The Nasdaq appreciated 43.4% and the Japanese Nikkei appreciated 28.2% in the calendar year 2023 as compared to 20% increases in the Nifty. We remain cautious as investors in such buoyant markets, and our endeavor is to allocate capital in companies where our team finds the best risk-adjusted growth. Our philosophy is to invest in sectors and companies which have relatively lower requirements of capital to grow their businesses. You will note that the portfolio has a sector bias towards FMCG, banking and financial services, IT, ITES, and organized retail. Shareholders may also note that while largely remaining invested in a high-quality portfolio, the management churns the portfolio at the margin to realize gains to augment the distribution capacity of the company. Shareholders will recall that the company invests in listed and unlisted companies, whilst also carrying exposure to fixed income securities. The company shall continue to pursue its policy of investing in Tata and non-Tata companies on a merit basis. The last year has been an exciting year for us at Tata Investment Corporation Limited, with your company crossing several milestones. The net asset value of the portfolio appreciated by over 10,000 crore, implying a 53% increase. TICL's market capitalization crossed 25,000 crores, whilst the share price appreciated by an incredible 257% over the year. Your company continues to outperform the benchmark and reported a PAT of 385 crore on a consolidated basis. Our subsidiary Simto generated over 100 crores of total income. I'm sure you will all join your board and me in applauding the management and our colleagues for their efforts in making all of this happen. I will now talk about your company's financial performance and proposed dividend. The reported standalone PAT for the financial year stood at 283 crore as compared to 241 crore during the previous year. The board at its meeting held in May has recommended a dividend of 280%, i.e. 28 per equity share on a capital base of rupees 50 crore for the fiscal year 23-24. The company has once again realized sector-leading gains in its investment portfolio, beating the relevant indices by a large margin. Therefore, in order to maximize future gains in NAV for shareholders, your directors have decided to retain and reinvest a significant amount of the profits of the year and limit dividend payouts to 50% of the profit after tax going forward. This is also in line with regulatory requirements. In the long run, the reinvestment of a substantial part of our PAT should lead to higher capital appreciation for all our shareholders. I will now share the financials of subsidiary and associate companies which have contributed to the consolidated total income and PAT of the company. On a consolidated basis, our company's total income stood at 386 crore with a PAT of 385 crore. Simto Investment Company Limited, a 100% subsidiary, enables the company to take advantage of the short-term opportunities in the stock market. We have augmented the capital of the company during the year to grow its activities. The total value of our capital invested in Simto now stands at 432 crores as on the 31st of March 2024, whilst the net asset value of Simto is 560 crore. The total income generated by Simto for the year was 100.94 crore, a growth of 1,256%. The board and management of Simto needs to be congratulated for this performance. Your company also holds 32.09% in Tata Asset Management Private Limited. The profit after tax for the year under review was 201 crore. The company has a net worth of 616 crore as on March 31st, 2024. On behalf of the board, I take this opportunity to express our appreciation and gratitude to all stakeholders, including the shareholders, for their trust, understanding, and constant support. The board places on record its sincere appreciation to the management and support staff of Tata Investment Corporation, who have consistently contributed to the development of the company. I would now like to invite shareholders to express their views or comments on the annual report and the notice of the AGM, and those who have registered to speak. The first speaker is Dr. Arun Kumar Bopanna. Good morning, Arun.
Good morning. Happy to see you, sir.
Thank
Happy
you.
to see you. Good afternoon, everybody. First, I would like to thank Jamshed Patel. Sir, Jamshed Patel was a kid in front of me. He grew up like our Tata Investment share. I'm very happy for him for organizing this VC. And compliments to Tata Investments for the high market cap. There's always too much noise in the stock market, sir. Stock market makes most of the people believe that they conquer the world and deceives them. But TCL has been very careful. We have been successful, keeping an overall view on the economy. We are financially cautious with good risk management architecture. I compliment the management for it. And question, sir, any challenges foreseen in regulations, compliances, technologies, and will there be inherited tax in India too? What is the risk appetite for TICL? Will you reduce exposure to high-risk investments? Because we need a clear view of how the economy is going to do in the key areas in future. And who reads the crystal ball mainly in TICL, sir? And will the economic growth pole shift from China to India, as people say? And are there AI adoptions to make right investments? And any threats of cyber security, cyber attacks, I mean. So there's a natural tendency for things to lose order. Life will change. Life will always be less structured. Sand castles get washed away. Cars begin to rust, etc. What are the precautions of TICL? How will you anticipate and duck the knee-jerk reactions? Because you have to constantly read the tea leaves well for the numbers to prove right for TCL. Sir, why are you not invested in Banaras hotels? The share went vertical like our TICL share. It's a good company in Varanasi. Lastly, sir, COVID has taught us to live life of fulfillment layered with a generous slice of integrity and commitment. In conclusion, TCL's goal must not to battle with insects, but witness the insects, because all trees do not grow to the sky. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Good,
very
you're
much,
smiling,
Arun.
sir. I always like your
Thank
smiling
you.
face. Keep smiling. Thank you very much.
No, I'm also smiling because you finished within the 3 minutes. Thank you for that.
I always finish. That is my record. I always finish with less than 2.5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Arun. The next speaker is Mr. Tamal Majumdar.
Good morning.
Tamal.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, I don't know whether you mentioned the 3 minutes time to Arun, only to remind me that I have to complete it in 3 minutes. I don't know.
No, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. We have a lot of speakers to go through today.
Respected Tata Sahab, Mr. Subedar, Mr. Dalal, Mr. Mukhopadhyay, Mrs. Khambata, Manoj Gupta, and other directors of the company. myself, Kamal Kumar Mazumdar, an equity shareholder from Kolkata. Our company secretary, Jamshed Patel, and his team must be complimented for maintaining cordial relations with shareholders. He is always available over mail or phone. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for appointing such an excellent chap as our company secretary. He sent me the hard copy of the annual report well in time so that I may do my homework and attend the meeting. Thank you, Chairman, for sharing your thoughts with us. I have gone through the annual report, have some queries. And sir, I may be a bit slow because I was in hospital for the last week. So I may be a slow. So I am not seeking too much time, but we'll try to complete it within 5 minutes. So the company again declared excellent results during the year due to a time-tested model of investing with the intent of holding long-term appreciation and not for trade. Investment in non-Tata companies made by our company with the expectation to create value over medium to long term, keeping a path open to sale in case of better pricing available. Mr. Dalal and a small team of 23 employees, male 19 and female 4, with the overall supervision of the board, is managing the company very efficiently. In addition to that, some credit must be given to our share market for the uppish trend during financial year 24, which is still continuing in the positive direction, bearing Sensex tanked by a whopping 4,390 points on 4/6/2024 and regained position on 5/6/2024 as Sensex up by 2,303 points. Yesterday, Sensex closed at 79,961 at the BSE. Sir, taking into account positive trend, it appears that Q1 of financial year 24 results will be good. Please share your thoughts in this respect, disclosing your thoughts on the remaining part of the year, whether our company lost or gained due to bloodbath in the market on 4/6/2026 at 24 and regaining position on the next date, that is 5/6/2024. So the company added a unique thing in its management discussion titled to 2024, the year of elections world over. It is in page 23. As per the said note, elections in 40 countries with 3.2 billion population will be held during financial year 24. And as on date, except Indian election with 1.4 billion population and Bangladesh with 174 million population, anti-incumbency is being noticed recently held elections in Britain as well as in France. France is on the way to hung parliament despite leftists win the most seats. In the proposed US election, pollsters predict Trump's return. Recently, a report in the Reuters mentioned that dot-com bubble-like scenario is being noticed in the market, as global investors are giving weightage to companies associated with artificial intelligence. So, our Honorable Chief Justice of India, Mr. Chandrachud, also recently told SEBI to remain vigilant after Sensex crossed 80,000. Taking into account all factors, whether our company will go slow as regards new investment in the stock market and concentrate more on other avenues like investment in other unquoted companies, mainly within the group cost shares, in bonds or others. Please share your thoughts, sir. Sir, total number of investing companies as on 31st March 2024 decreased from 85 to 73, listed 57 and unlisted 16. Whether we may expect further decrease or increase in the investing companies during financial year 25, and what is the current status in this regard? Sir, I am sorry to say that our joint statutory auditors, Messrs. Suresh Surana and Associates LLP and Gokhale and Sathe, in their report dated 23rd May 2024 on consolidated financial statements, only mentioned clause number 39D and 317 of the Caro report of our associate Amalgamated Plantations Private Limited, which is qualified or adverse comments made by their auditor, without mentioning gist of the remarks. Only they mention the points, which in my opinion is not up to mark, as shareholders are not in a position to understand what the things the auditor mentioned in the report. It is in page 175. Sir, I want to give an example. Deloitte Haskins LLP, Sales LLP, in their report dated 7th May 2024, for consolidated accounts of JSW Energy created a remark column in their report after clause numbers to disclose the gist of comments made by the subsidiary associate company auditors. So, why our joint auditors failed to mention gist of those points? Comments in the report. Will the management or joint auditors share details of the adverse comments with us and reason for non-disclosing the gist at the meeting? Sir, we have an investment of 36.60 crore in Amalgamated Plantations Limited. Page 134. The company is really in bad shape and losing money for the last couple of years. Another group company, Tata Consumer Products Limited, which we have an investment valued at 4,849 crore as on 31st March, already amortized a portion of investment in Amalgamated Plantations. Then why our company is not providing any amount against the said investment? Please share your thoughts. I said only 3 questions, sir. Sir, out
You've
of total
completed
investment,
6 minutes. You've already done 6
yeah,
minutes.
only
Come on, quickly.
Sir, out of our total investment value in quoted unquoted equity shares, except in associate companies of rupees 2,147.68 crores, value of investment in Tata Capital stands at 1,519.98 crores. Whereas as per page 210, during financial year 24, the company invested only 43.48 crores. So whether the increase, huge increase in relation to last year is due to increase in the value of shares or any other matter, and whether the company declared dividend, and whether is there any possibility of its listing in the near term. And sir, I am not saying anything about the subdivision of shares, as I believe if MRF is quoting around 1,30,29,000 and BOF around 35,000 for every 10 equity share at the BSE, have not subdivided its shares, then our company may also follow the suit. I want to know your view in this regard. And lastly, sir, as per the page 121, on standalone basis, company has a free reserve balance of 2,690 crore as on 31st March 2024. If we divide it by the number of shares, then it comes to more than 525 per equity share. Whether the board has any thought of distributing a portion of it among its shareholders during the coming months. And sir, please note, some years ago, HUL, through a scheme of arrangement, transferred entire general reserve balance for distribution among shareholders. Whether our company has any such thinking in the future. Thank you all, sir. Thank you for allowing me to complete. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tamal. The next speaker is Prakashini Ji Shenoy.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
I am Prakashini Ganesha Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, Mr. Noel N. Tata Ji, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good morning to all of you. Sir, first of all, I want to welcome our new company secretary and who is there for the first AGM, Mr. Jamshed Patel. Mr. Jamshed Patel is very polite, soft-spoken, shareholder-friendly. Chairman, sir, he shall be an added asset to the company. I welcome you, Mr. Jamshed Patel, and wish you all the best for your assignment. I received the annual report well in time, which is colorful, informative, transparent, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I once again thank Mr. Jamshed and his team for the same. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the company and its working in all parameters. Thank you, Chairman, sir. On going through the AGM report, I found that the robust performance with respect of revenue, profit, EPS, etc., etc. Market cap, 33,000 crores, more than double when compared to the last year. Congratulations. At the outset, I'm thankful to the board for recommending a dividend for the financial year 23-24. I am also very glad to note that the company has done outstanding work in the field of CSR activities. Sir, I have just 1 or 2 questions. What is the future plan of our company? My next question is, how are we planning for digital future? My last question is, how are we planning to increase the revenue in the bottom line? Last but not the least, Chairman, sir, my honest request to you, please continue with VC so that people all over will have an opportunity to express their views. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Shinoy. The next speaker is Shailesh Nayak.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes, Shailesh.
congrats for the excellent performance in the last year. Basically, we had a good increase in NAV, and that shows our good work which we have done in last 3-4 years that has actually contributed to performance of this year. I'm happy the management is cutting down on small irrelevant positions and overvalued positions. If I look at number of positions which we have reduced in last 1 year, that's very good direction which you are taking. I have a few questions. First one, SEBI has come out with new guideline on holding companies to help the market discover the right price. I wanted a management view on this regulation. The second question is, we have been trading at a premium to NAV in February and March 2024. I wanted to know why management did not raise money in this particular period, either through QIP, because market conditions were very good, so that can be used for in future. So while buyback is a good option when company trades at discount to NAV, we should raise money when company trades at premium to NAV. The final question is, the capital market stocks are really they are getting very good value in the current market conditions. Are we exploring listing of Tata Asset Management in the coming year? That will help us to unlock the value in TICL. Finally, there was one thing which I've been raising in last 3-4 AGMs is that whenever we get in and get out of any stock positions, we should have the chief investment officer mentioning the reasons for it. Because typically that's a good practice by most of the good mutual funds or even, let's say, closed-ended funds like PPFAs or Berkshire Hathaways. What they do is whenever you get in a particular position or get out of a particular position, the CIO lists why he has gotten and when he got out. This is one thing which I would require some transparency from management. These are my things. Thanks for the entire support, Jamshed and Dalal, etc. Thank you. That's for my side.
Thank you. Thank you, Shailesh. The next speaker is Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Sir, this speaker shareholder has not yet joined the meeting.
Okay. Can we move to Deep Janak? Mathurdas? Mr. Deep Mathurdas Janak?
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Noel Tata and other directors. I'm Deep Janak from Bombay. I welcome Mr. Jamshed Patel, our new company secretary, and thank him for registering me as a speaker and sending the physical balance sheet. So firstly, wow, what a year it has been for Tata Investment. In terms of returns, 3 times in a single year, 5 times 2 years compared to 3 times in 10 years. Mind-boggling returns. Sir, I'd like to know, has the price increase any connection with the Tata Sons IPO or the semiconductor business which was going on? And also the Tata AMC IPO was doing rounds in which we have holding. And eventually, I mean, our company will benefit. Then any other secret hidden gem we have under our belt, which we should be aware of. Then regarding the dividend policy, you already answered, so that is out. Our dividend income of 226 crore this year, how much is it from our Tata Group company? Any segregation if you can provide. Sir, I congratulate the management to take the timely decision to create a separate subsidiary company to grab the opportunity and earn some money from the volatility in short term, which earlier we were not able to take the benefit. Sir, we have, as you said, we have infused some to 150 crore last year, and this year I think so we have infused 423 crores via CCCPS. So, what are our plans for Sumitomo? I mean, Sumito, our subsidiary company, going ahead. In terms, I mean, do we more intend to increase it more, and where do you want to where do you want to take it? Also, in our portfolio, I see we are missing defense stocks, railway stocks, renewable stocks. I can see that you are not reviewing IPO companies also, IPO market companies. In few years, certain companies have, I mean, good companies have come, and we are not, we are missing out there. I feel that way. Then, in our percentage terms, in equity has reduced drastically this year from 73% to only 61%. Why is that? Are we not getting enough opportunity in equity market, or are we accumulating cash for something else? I mean, something big, some huge investments we plan to. And how much is the percentage do you plan to maintain it in equity vis-a-vis debt? Also, one shareholder has already asked us the special option call which for the holding company, your view. Then, lastly, sir, I'd like to know why still we are holding our AGM via video conference and not physical form. Sir, now the COVID is gone, everything is settled. I request the management please to start the physical meeting. Also, keep the hybrid meetings. I mean, you can always provide an option for other shareholders who are not able to join as a hybrid meeting, but still, please start the AGM physically last year, sir. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Humayun Beros Pudehi.
So can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you. I'll proceed ahead. So as you know, we have been attending your AGMs every year right from day one. So me and my late husband Berus. So now I just want, of course, congratulations for your performance, and also congratulations for your CSR activity, which you have mentioned in detail from page number 39 to 45 in the annual report. So all companies do not mention that. So we are very happy with it. So just a few questions I would like to know is, of course, you mentioned certain things about the dividend policy and how you have given dividend this year. I would like to know it more clearly, about your dividend policy year after year, in case it is. I would like to know. So now, regarding one more company of yours, TTML, so I want to know, are you investing in that? Have you invested in that? Because we have been investing it right from day one, and we have not getting dividends since years. So I would just like to know whether you have invested in that also along with your other Tata companies. So, and it is very, very good that the market is rising, skyrocketing, but you are being very cautious and investing only in those companies which have you feel have productivity, have merits. That's very good, sir. That's very good. One more thing I want to know, sir. Actually, because of the war between Iran and Israel, we were all very, scared that it may erupt in World War III, and then, sir, there would be a lot of problems all over the world. So, I hope people are praying this doesn't arise. So, but what is your opinion about this? Of course, there should be no war. We do not want any war because it will affect our holdings and our livelihood. But depending on the dividend and the interest on fixed deposits, that's all. So, and we are very happy with our new, young, and dynamic company secretary. We wish him to continue in our company till the very end. Please So I wish my husband Behruz was alive. He would have seen how a company has come up and done so well. He would have been so happy. As you know, I always say, he used to always say, wherever Mr. Noel Tata, there is transparency and there is progress. I'm closing now, sir, here. I wish our company all the very best. And we have no doubt our company will be doing greater and greater. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The next speaker is Mr. Aspi Besania. Aspi, you're on mute, I think. We can't hear you. Are you on mute? We're not able to hear you.
Sir, it seems we have a technical difficulty with Mr. Aspi Besania.
Okay, should we come back to Mr. Besania later on? Can you sort it out?
Sure, sir.
The next speaker is Mr. Manoj Agrawal.
सर अडविल मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
Yes, we can hear
आवाज
you.
आ रही है?
Yes.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
जी 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 सर संगम नगरी प्रयागराज इलाहाबाद से बोल रहा हूँ, मनोज अग्रवाल. First of all, many thanks to all your good sir along with your entire team for presenting incredible results along with 280% dividend. Nevertheless, 200% reduced in comparison with preceding year in favor of equity shareholder for the financial year 2023-24. Through this 87 GM, undersigned are having few queries to be clarified and suggestions to
Please
be
go ahead.
implemented for the future benefit of every stakeholder. These are as below. Queries hai, as per annual report for the year 2023-24 in page number 129 at note number 7.5 for investment, fair value of unquoted equity share enhanced to rupees 214,767.77 lakhs in comparison with previous year rupees 156,917.57 lakhs. Kindly clarify whether this enhanced value is only due to price improvement or during current year any new additional investment have been made by company in unquoted equity shares. Name of the unquoted equity shares, each quantity and fair value as per also required for the purpose corresponding as well as preceding years. As second number sir query hai, as per annual report for the year 2023-24 in page number 129 at page number 7 note number 7.5 for investments, fair value of cumulative compulsory convertible preference shares rupees 42,197.48 lakhs newly added in comparison to previous year rupees nil. Name of cumulative convertible preference shares company, each quantity and acquisition cost per share is also required for the purpose. So during the year 2023-24, few quoted equity shares were sold. Kindly provide quantity of sale and purchase, sale proceeds, acquisition cost as well as profit loss. LG Balkrishnan, Mahindra and Mahindra, ACC Limited, Castrol India Limited, KEI Industries Limited, Aditya Birla Sun Life, Canfina Homes, IDFC Life Insurance, IDFC Limited, Amalgamated, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, Motilal Oswal Financial Services, HCL Technologies, L&T Mentry, Matrimonicum, Zomato Limited, Steel Authority of India, Indian Oil Corporation, NLC India, Mahindra Lifespace, Bharti Airtel partly paid, Prime Hotels Limited. सर मेरा सजेशन है सर, बहुत जरूरी है. टाटा ग्रुप में सर मैं 1990 से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, 35 इयर्स हो रहा है और कभी भी लॉस नहीं हुआ. जो ट्रस्ट होता है, विश्वास सर, और इस कंपनी में 2006 से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ सर, और मेरी फैमिली में मोर देन 16,000 शेयर्स हैं. इसमें होल्डिंग जो मेरे शहर के हिसाब से बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यू मैंने रखी है. 90% मेरा पोर्टफोलियो सिर्फ टाटा इन्वेस्टमेंट में ही है. सर मैं 2 लाइन कहना चाहता हूँ. शहर की ट्रेडिशन है कि विश्वास का बंधन भी बड़ा अजीब होता है, जितना ही नाजुक उतना मजबूत होता है. जो लोग उठा लेते हैं कांटों को अपने हाथों में गुलाब का फूल बीजकर वालों को नसीब होता है. तो टाटा का जो ट्रस्ट ना सर, वो मतलब इतना ज्यादा है कि कह नहीं सकता. इसीलिए 90% मेरी होल्डिंग सिर्फ टाटा इन्वेस्टमेंट में है. सर इसमें 2 सजेशन है मेरे. मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स वेल्थ must be ultimate aim of top management. At present, share capital of Tata Investment Corporation Limited is too small, rupees 50.60 crores and rupees and almost 10 each, whereas distributable surplus and surplus is going to the tune of approximate rupees 29641.40 crore. Thus, book value is around 5868 each against current market price is fluctuating nearer to rupees 6500. To achieve the ultimate goal, the main suggestions are here as under. At the present scenario, it is essential for the top management to issue liberal bonus that is at least 1:1 or 2:1, or splitting of equity shareholders from 10 each to rupees 5, 2 or 1 each, whatever you think fit. Any of this action of the top management will not only enhance the shareholders' wealth in equity market, but participation of small shareholders will also enlarge, as in both either bonus or split, the circumstances, free quantity of the equity shareholder will be enhanced automatically. Now, appropriate time has already arrived to take instant action at right time and reward all the equity shareholders. Otherwise, market would be reacted negatively. अगर सर इसको आपने जल्दी डिसीजन नहीं लिया तो अल्टीमेटली जब टाटा एएमसी का इशू आएगा तो हम लोग को बहुत बेनिफिट नहीं मिल पाएगा। इसलिए रिक्वेस्ट है कि एटलीस्ट बोनस दीजिए, स्प्लिट दीजिए, व्हाट एवर यू थिंक इट, कुछ ना कुछ दीजिए सर इस साल में। आपसे कई साल से मैं कह रहा हूँ। आई होप दैट इंटायर मैनेजमेंट ऑफ टाटा इन्वेस्टमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन विल टेक एटमोस्ट केयर ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर्स इंटरेस्ट इन फ्यूचर आल्सो एज सेम एज ऑलवेज डन इन पास्ट। सर मैं दो चीज और कहना चाहता हूँ पर्सनली सर आपसे। सर पूरे मैनेजमेंट के लिए और मेन टाटा जी के लिए, जिंदगी के हर पहलू पर पैनी नजर हो आपकी, जिंदगी के हर पहलू पर पैनी नजर हो आपकी, दुआओं से भी लंबी उम्र हो आपकी, व्यस्त इतना रहे कि जिंदगी की फिक्र करने की फुर्सत न मिले आपको। हमारी ख्वाहिश है कि जिंदगी को भी पूरी फिक्र हो आपकी। सर हमारी आशा है कि आप हमारी बातों को ध्यान रखेंगे। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Kirti Shah.
So this speaker shareholder has not yet joined.
Okay. The next speaker would be Mr. Sujan Modak.
Yeah, you can hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Respected Chairman, other Board of Directors, Namaskar and good afternoon. I am Sujan Modak. I am attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata. Sir, it's a very nice performance this year, sir. So for that, I really congratulate our management. Sir, I have already sent my questions and previous speakers have already raised those questions also, sir. Anyway, I just repeat those questions. What is the roadmap for next 5 years? That's my first question. And the second is what is the guidance you give to the investors community for next 3 years, sir? My last question is what are the key challenges at this moment our company is facing to keep this growth sustainable? And sir, is there any plan for going for as a banking side? If you can please tell us, it will be very kind of you, sir. And since other questions have been already asked, and please give the answers, I will be there to listen to you, sir. Before I finish, definitely I'd like to thank our company secretary, Mr. Jamshed Patel, and his whole team for doing a very good investor services to the investors community. Patel sir, namaskar. Jamshed ji, thank you very much for your cooperation and help to the investors community. Noel sir, namaskar and thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I'd like to definitely say that Jamshed Patel sir is one of our very nice and very important officer of our company. The way he contacted with us and does the help, sir. Thank you very much. Over to you for further proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Dinesh Bhatia. Any luck with this speaker? Moderator?
So it appears the speaker is in the meeting but is not responding. It seems like a technical difficulty.
Okay. Can we move on to the next one then? Mr. Santosh Chopra, please.
So this speaker shareholder has not yet joined the meeting.
Okay. The next speaker then it would be Vasudha Dakwe.
Hello, can you hear me,
Hello?
sir?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders, myself Vasudha from Thane. I would like to congratulate our new company secretary for sending me and helping me to join this meeting very well. The opening speech given by the chairperson is also very good and informative. We have full faith of our chairmanships under this meeting held. So I strongly support all the resolutions and wish the company all the best for coming financial year. Only one question I would like to ask: when did the last bonus given and which ratio? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vasudha. The next speaker is Hiranand Kotwani. Mr. Kotwani, good afternoon. We can't hear you, Mr. Kotwani. We can't hear you. Are you on mute?
अभी ठीक हो गया सर.
Yes, yes. Now we can hear.
I am audible. Yeah,
We can hear.
there was a hitch from your end. I used to touch unmute where there was no unmute. Okay, thanks God. I meet you, Mr. N. highly respectable chairman, N. Tata, and other dignitaries. Let me congratulate for the good compliance because very few company are doing this. Tata Group's okay, even SRF and State Bank bad compliance. So let me congratulate your good compliance. Your company is doing well, but certainly very conservative, not moving fast. Excellent result should have come because our market is a new high. Sir, you are contacted, you are commented on Sumito. Let me, how you are going to enhance this trust-tier amalgamate plantation? How you are going to value in other subsidiary? And in this year, our company has how much profit book from equity in this year? प्रॉफिट कितना बुक किया है स्टॉक मार्केट में इक्विटी में. और आपका जो पेज नंबर 221 पे एक्सपोजर दिया है उसमें ऑटोमोबाइल और ऑटो कंपोनेंट आई शुड हैव टेल टायर्स का अलग आना चाहिए. इसमें आपने जो समरी दिया है अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट का, यू हैव गिवन द समरी एट 221 और इन्वेस्टमेंट डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्री, उसमें थोड़ा चेंज करने की जरूरत है. बिकॉज बैंक, प्राइवेट बैंक, पीएसयू बैंक आना चाहिए, एनबीएफसी प्राइवेट बैंक. टायर नहीं आया है. ऑटोमोबाइल कंपोनेंट, देयर इज ह्यूज केमिकल एंड फर्टिलाइजर governed by government majority and this aided. और जो केमिकल है उसमें बहुत सी वैल्यूज है, जैसा एसआरएफ लोग केमिकल कंपनी ने बासफ टाटा केमिकल. तो टेकिंग माय पॉइंट जेंटलमैन.
Yes, yes, I'm taking you.
या
Yes,
थोड़ा
yes.
इसमें जरा या और ऐसा कौन सी आप लगता है कि नए जो डेवलपमेंट होगी या नया जो इनहांस होएगा कैपिटल किसमें लगाएंगे, जरा थोड़ा नटशेल में बताएंगे कौन से सेक्टर में परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. जैसा आपने टेलीकम्युनिकेशन से पैसा निकाला है एयर या अभी सेक्यूरेशन में गई है क्या टीसीएस वगैरह, या ये जो सेक्टर है सॉफ्टवेयर सेक्टर, नया सेक्टर में आप किधर देख रहे हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का और कैसे अपनी वैल्यू बढ़ाएंगे न्यू इन्वेस्टमेंट से? प्लीज गाइड अस. थैंक यू एंड गुड लक.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kotwani. The next speaker is Mr. Rohit Shrikant Tarkar.
So this speaker shareholder is not in the meeting.
Then the next speaker would be Hariram Chaudhary.
Open my. Please unmute me. Me. Now I'm unmuted, and now I can speak, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
my name is.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Hariram Chaudhary. I'm speaking from Santa Cruz, Bombay, and I thank you for inviting us as a speaker. First, I would like to speak on CSR, which is my phone subject, and I would like to have the attention of the director in charge of CSR. Please let us know how much amount we have spent for CSR during the current year, and whether this amount is more than 2% of the net profit. And please let us know the chairman of the CSR committee, and please also let us know who are the members of the CSR committee. Number two, I thank the secretary and his secretarial staff for assisting us in conducting this meeting. I also appreciate the secretary for bringing out the annual report, which is informative. And Mr. Chairman, kindly let us know whether we are using the solar energy, water harvesting, are we using in our premises, whether the office premises or whatever it is, the solar energy, whether we are using this. So this is, you can kindly let us know. My suggestion is, Mr. Chairman, that we hold the get together. We can have all the get together of the speaker shareholder. Please consider about it, because physical meeting is not there. And for next year, please hold the meeting hybrid, physical as well as online, so that it is done in High Court, it is done by Larsen Toubro, and the expenses will not be different. So kindly consider about this. Please let us know what are the latest technology that we are using. Are we using the artificial intelligence? Please let us know about it. And Mr. Chairman, please, I'm a disciplined person. I would not take more time. I convey my best wishes for all round progress and prosperity of the company. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
My name is Hariram Chaudhary.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary. Thank you very much. Next speaker is Celestine Mascarenhas. All that nonsense they're making on nonsense.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and visible also, no?
Yes, you are
Okay.
visible.
Yeah, thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. N. Tata, A.N. Dalal, other members of the board, my dear fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenhas. I am speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary, Mr. Jamshed Patel, and his team for sending me an annual report and also registering me as a speaker at my request, and also giving me this platform to speak. The annual report is simple but very informative, adhering to all the norms of corporate governance. Our performance is very good. Income is up, PBT, PAT, and EPS is also up 47.61 to 56.11, and dividend of rupees 28 per share is definitely good. But what is very, very good is very good market capitalization, which our share enjoyed. Here I would ask you, if you could, our share is 10 rupees and now it is hovering around 6,000. Could you think of splitting it to 1 rupee? See, you can make it and we will get more share, or split to 1 rupee and give that 9 rupees back. Means like Colgate and some companies have done it, even Supreme Petro and all like that. If it can be, you don't want to increase the number of shares, then you can give it. It becomes like a small take home, you know. Rest, like many previous shareholders spoke, especially Mr. Majumdar has covered up all the aspects. So I limit myself. I'll just ask only two questions. Tata Sons is holding 68.51. Can this not be increased further? Now, what is the future roadmap for the next 3 years? Which vertical will grow, and how you access the value of the stock? And my last request is, please hold it, make it this online meeting or hybrid, not offline completely, because it is much better. All over the world, people can participate in the company, in the growth of the company. With this, I thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing, and I wish you and all the team very good health. I like when you smile, sir. You keep on smiling, you know. So,
Thank you.
because I know when you smile, no, Trent has gone across the world, up on the sky. So I know Tata Investment will also go up on the sky. And there is one more meeting which will be coming. Voltas also will become greater and greater. With this, thank you so much for giving me a patient hearing. God bless you and all.
Thank you, Ms. Mascarenhas. The next speaker is Adil Irani.
Have I been unmuted?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak, and thank you to everybody, especially Jamshed Patel. He is the link between the shareholders and the company. He's been very kind to us. So basically, at the end of the day, we are investors. We are not traders. So please, we don't understand. If you could explain to me, the earnings per share has up from 49 rupees to 76 rupees. But my dividend, you are reduce it from 480 rupees to 280 rupees. It has come down. The earning per share has gone up by nearly 40%. And my dividend you have reduced by 50%. So could you please tell me why that is the case? And another thing, you mentioned that our share capital is 50 crores. And our reserves are 29,000 crores, 29,641. So is it because of that the share price has gone up? And then you mentioned that you all have decided that you will give us 50% of our earnings. So if you're earning 1 rupee, you will give me 50 paisa dividend. So today you have won 76 rupees. Actually, you should have given us at least 380 rupees as per your own, whatever you told us. Okay, if not 380 rupees, 35 and another 36 rupees. So 360 rupees, 360%. I mean, don't get, so keep smiling. I mean, this is finally my company. I've invested, this company is now going next 2 years, going to become 80 years. So this share, my children and children will keep getting it. So I'm not going to sell it. Whether you have a buyback also, I'm not going to give it back to you. I'm going to keep the shares. Only thing what I request you is think about it. Okay, why don't you give us little dividend? No, because today I'm alive now. I'm also become 80 years old. So what is the sense? You correct, you expand the company, but at the same time you keep rewarding the shareholders also, no? And another thing, sir, have a physical meeting where we can meet and greet each other, touch and feel. Because people, again, we go to Chroma. Why do we go to Chroma? Because of the touch and feel, we want to see the products over there. And once you go to Chroma, 10 times they keep sending messages. That's a good thing. So you can have a hybrid meeting where Infosys and Wipro and all this have this hybrid meeting where the major people now, okay, the company secretary, I want him to inform me what is the, if there are 100 shareholders, how many shareholders are from Bombay? What is the percentage of shareholders from Bombay? So from shareholders in Bombay will be nearly 80%. Balance 20%. So you give, say, out of 100, you give 80% shareholders from Bombay to speak, and balance 20% you let them speak from somewhere else, from Calcutta where Mujumdar is coming or the other people are coming. I mean, if it makes sense, you please. Okay, you're getting. Good afternoon.
No.
Your lunch. You're
Thank
getting.
you. Thank you.
You're getting hungry.
Thank you.
You're feeling hungry.
No. Not at all.
Anyway, so I mean, good. And another thing, before I forget, you are NNT. I want another NNT on the board. That is Newell Tata. You are already NNT. One NNT is on the. We want another Tata on the board. It's about time. Boss, they are now also 30 years old. When will you give them a chance?
Thank you, Adil.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Rajesh Chainani.
Oh, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, respected Chairman Noel Tata ji, Vice Chairman Farooqji, and a very highly distinguished eminent board of directors, my fellow shareholders. I am Rajesh Chenani speaking from Vilepala, Mumbai. Sir, first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. From morning I am holding out, now is good afternoon. And I thank our company secretary, Mr. Jamshed Patel, for sending me the physical AGM copy on time. I've gone through the report, sir. It's full of facts and figures in place, sir. Then on page number 39 to 45, sir, CSR activity is very nicely mentioned. It's one of the very best thing done in the balance sheet, sir. And not to forget, thank you, Mr. Amit Dalal. I always see him on ET now, CNBC hours. He gives a very good, sir, very good tips. But he never speaks about the Tata shares. Most of the time, it's like Geo Financial or Poonawalla or FinCorp and all. But his tips are very good. I'm very happy that he's on the board. So Amit Dalalji, good afternoon, sir. And so the promoter holding, what I see is 73.38%. So that is very nice. The promoters are so much confident about the company that a promoter holding is 73.38, but the SEBI is permitted as 75%. So I really appreciate, sir. And the sir, share capital, my previous shareholder have said, the reserves have been said by Adil Polat. So now it's very high time. The high of the share was something 9,756 from 20 to 80, sir. What a great appreciation, sir, of the share, sir. And today also it is 65.10. Only thing I want to know, sir, this BSE site I have seen ASM one stage. So I don't understand why are we put into that ASM one stage, sir, by BSE site I've just seen. You can just throw the light on that, sir. And sir, high time, sir, we split it to 5 rupees. When it goes up a very big figure, then we can go to 2, not immediately 2 rupees, sir. So if it's possible, so at least my shares increase, sir. I am a long-term investor of your company, sir. Only I missed out your trend AGM, I missed out, but Voltas I am not going to miss. And all the meetings of the Tata Group, where Mr. N. Chandrasekhar is there, I missed none of them. I am an investor, sir. So it doesn't make for me to, even if you come out with a buyback, is fine. But as a waiter, sir. So, and I would request you, sir, continue with the VC meeting, sir. There's so much heavy rains in Mumbai, sir. Nobody is going to come out for the AGM and all, sir. So this is a better view, sir. Our children are sitting abroad. So I have to see my grandson also today on video calling. So it doesn't make any difference that we are on VC. At least we know each other. That is more than, there is a lot of trust. So much trust is there. So sir, sir, I want to say a few words for the coming month is of festivals. So hope I want to say a few words with your permission. सर फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार, चांद की चांदनी, अपनों का प्यार, मुबारक हो चेयरमैन सर आपको, सारे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स भाइयों को आने वाले त्योहार सर. So I wish you all the very best, sir, for the coming years. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the
Thank you,
opportunity
Mr.
to speak.
Chainani. Thank you, Mr. Chenna. The last speaker is Tejas Shah.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, good
Getting my voice,
afternoon,
sir?
Mr. Shah. Yeah, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Tejas from Ahmedabad. Sir, I just want
Yes.
to highlight two to three points. Majority of points are covered by the previous speakers. One is that, sir, last year AGM, you were supposed to give us the view on the splitting of the shares from face value of 10 to 5, yeah, 10 to 1. Still, it is being not happened. So we suggest to either splitting of the share or issue bonus share, as the bonus share was last issued in 2005. And at present, we have a equity to reserve is almost near to 600 times. So it is very much due time to give the bonus share to the shareholder, as we are since long we are invested in this company, and from in the last in single year also we have a reserve from 18,000 to 29,000 crore. So we humbly request to issue bonus share. Number one, regarding the new SEBI guidelines regarding the holding company. So can you please ask what is the effect on this Tata investment? Number three, we have missed out the investment in defense and railway in last 1 year, where HAL, BPL, IRFC, RVNL, all have given multiple return, and all these companies are of Atmanirbhar Bharat concept. So this is something which the management should review the new generation companies for investment, better investment. And also regarding your unquoted investment of Tata Capital and Tata AMC, here you have a quoted of 1,500 crore of investment in Tata Capital, which is showing at a book value of 188 crore, while the market price is around 1100. So it's almost 5 times. So what is the review of this Tata Capital, Tata AMC, and from where we are getting the maximization of the same? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shah. I think with that we've completed all the 21. Moderator, is there any other shareholders?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to attempt to answer many of the questions that that shareholders have posed. As usual, in case I have missed out a question, maybe sometimes because it's an extremely technical question and you feel strongly that you want the answer, please contact Amit Dalal and his team after the meeting. Couple of general points that I'd like to make. Indeed, whilst I think we compliment the team for their ability to pick the stocks that are going to do well, I think we cannot but recognize the fact that the stock market this year has been very, very buoyant. It's been a tailwind for us, and obviously this has helped us achieve the sort of NAV that we have received, and we need to note that. Talking about future investments, I really see India as the investment destination for the next 10 years due to the demographic nature of our demography. I think the growth in the economy of 7.5%, which we expect, India is the place to invest over the next 10 years, and we hope the management team, and we are confident that the management team will continue to pick stocks that deliver good results. The other big factor that we need to take cognizance of is that this is the first year in which the NAV discount was brought down to zero. Shareholders may remember that over the last 10 years, this this has been a constant issue with shareholders, the 40, sometimes 50% discount to NAV that the share price has had. And this has been the first year that our share price has been quoted at NAV, and that or around NAV, and that's really the correct valuation for the company. Many shareholders have spoken about a lower dividend. Our view is that the best way to reward shareholders and maximize shareholder gain is through plowing back all the investable surpluses into extremely good investments, which result in a ever-increasing NAV and therefore an ever-increasing share price, which shareholders can monetize and pay capital gains on. The dividend route is inefficient from a tax perspective, and therefore we as the management and the board feel that we would like to retain the maximum possible funds that we have in order to reinvest those monies back on behalf of the shareholders in shares which are going to grow, which are going to do well, and therefore increase the NAV and therefore the share price of the company. Therefore, converting reserves and paying out reserves is really not in the interest of this company. Many shareholders have spoken about a split that the board could look at going forward in the future to see whether that would help some shareholders monetize some part of their shareholding. Um, Now, coming to individual questions, Dr. Arun Kumar, you spoke about the risk exposure and who drives the investment decisions. I think it's a combination of the management team and with some inputs from the investment committee and board members. Between us, we arrive at 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 a portfolio that balances risk um, with returns. Um, there's always people who feel we're too conservative, and there will always be people who feel we take too much risk. But at the end of the day, I think we need to be judged by the results that uh, uh, we produce. You spoke about Banaras hotels. I'm sure Amit would look at that and see whether the team feels that it's warranted. You spoke about challenges in the future. I think I've addressed that already in my opening remarks. We need for India to continue, we need stability of economic, in the economic sphere. We need stability in the political sphere, which after these elections we have seen, and also stability in the social sphere. Tamal Kumar Mazumdar, um, would we go slow on equity investments given the high rates? I think we may move some of our investments around within the equity class of investments, but I don't see us moving out of them. We currently, all the unquoted stocks are held at cost, if I'm right. Yes. Yeah, and that's the way uh, uh, it'll continue. You spoke about an auditor's query, and may I direct you to please speak to Amit on this. You spoke about amalgamated plantations, why we've not amortized part of it.
Based on audit that we get.
I think it's based on the valuation report that we get. If you want some further details, Amit would be happy to discuss with you. You asked for a subdivision of shares, and I've said generally maybe the board can look at a subdivision going forward. I go to Mr. Prakashni Shinoy. You spoke about how we would increase the bottom line. In fact, you need to, in this company, you need to take the bottom line as well as the increase in market value of the shares. As I mentioned earlier, our attempt would be to continue to increase the market price and the NAV of our shares, which may or may not result in a bottom line today. For example, we may decide if the market is very, very strong not to sell shares and recognize profit for the year, but continue to hold those shares in anticipation of values going higher. So the main attempt is to increase the NAV, as I've said. Mr. Shailesh Nayak, you spoke about why we didn't raise money when the price was at a premium to NAV. I think we believe that the fair market price of our shares is around NAV, and therefore there would be a reluctance on behalf of the board to raise money at something more than NAV. You asked about listing of Tata Asset Management. I don't think that's in our it's a decision that that we would take. Mr. Deep Janak, you asked whether the price increase is due to a Tata Sun IPO or secret gems. I think the price increase in the shares is more due to the strength of the market and maybe an analysis of our portfolio to see where we have invested. And obviously, people feeling that some of the shares in which we've invested have got a good run over the next 5-10 years, and that's why there's been an interest in investing in Tata Investment Corporation. You asked on dividend, how much was from Tata companies? 145 crores came from Tata companies and 81 crores came from non-Tata companies. You asked about plans for Simto. Simto has been a new activity for our company. It's not been something that we've done, and therefore we've addressed this opportunity very, very cautiously with a limited amount of investment. We will continue to evaluate the plans for Simto. It's too early for me to give you a projection of what we will do with Simto. You spoke about missing out on certain equity. I think the belief is that our list of investments cannot be infinite. In order to properly manage our investments, we have to have a manageable number of investments, and certainly there will be times when shareholders feel we haven't bought into a certain equity. I'm sure you are at liberty to go out and buy those equities directly yourself, but we tend to limit the number of equity to under 100 or around 100, under 100 shares. You spoke about equity versus debt and cash balances. We are generally fully invested unless we feel that the market is peaked or the market is poised to fall, at which time we reduce a bit our exposure and move into cash or move into bonds, and then put the money back again into shares. And there was an increase in investment in CCPS, which was asked, which was for 432 crores that was invested in Simto during this year in order to increase the activities of Simto. Many have asked why video conference and why not in person. It's been the big question for many shareholders. Video conference gives the ability for shareholders outside Bombay to attend, whereas obviously in person is nicer for shareholders. But if you take today with all the rains that we've had over the last 24 hours, I think sometimes we feel video conference, on balance, video conference is a better way to go ahead with annual general meetings. The dividend policy, once again, I come back to, this is Ms. Purdehi who asked about our dividend policy. The intention is to try and keep as much of our funds available for reinvestment. I call currency in Tata Investment Corporation is the oil that feeds the engine. The more currency that we keep in the company, the more funds we retain, the bigger the investment can be going forward, and with the results that our management team are getting in terms of their picks and their choices of investment, I think the best thing we can do for shareholders is retain the maximum amount of funds. Ms. Purde, you spoke about TTML. We never, I think to the best of our knowledge, we've never invested in TTML, and we have no further investments to be made there. Mr. Manoj Agarwal, you spoke about the CCPS, and I've already answered that question. 432 crore were invested in Simto. You asked for a share purchase and sale contract. I suggest you contact the management for that. It's too long a list for me to deal with in a meeting like this. You asked for liberal bonuses and splits. I think I've already answered that question. Sujan Modak, thank you for your comments on our performance. As I said, we've had the fortune of having a great tailwind behind us in terms of the strength of the market. I've answered your guidance to the investment community. I think the next 10 years are going to be a good opportunity to invest in India. But look, at the end of the day, this is an individual decision based on the funds that you have and how much you want to invest in equity and how much you want to invest in safer assets, and therefore I don't think I'm qualified to give guidance to the community at large. You asked about whether there was any interest in getting a bank license. That is not our line of business, and therefore Tata Investment would not have any interest in that. I come to Ms. Dakwe. When was the last bonus given? It was in 2005, and the ratio was 1:2. Mr. Hiranand Kotwani, you asked about amalgamated plantations and other subsidiaries. I think we've already briefly mentioned that we would make provisions on the basis of what our auditors and what the valuation of the company is. If you want to have a longer discussion on that, please contact Amit. You asked about equity gains this year. It's there in the annual report. You asked which sectors are we going to invest in. Please refer to my chairman's opening statement. We've given you areas where we believe will be the best investments going forward. Mr. Chaudhary, you were particularly interested in CSR as a percentage. I can assure you that the entire funds of CSR have been invested. You asked who is the chairman of the CSR committee. It's Mr. Subedar. In fact, this year, I can tell you that we are investing even slightly more than the 2% that the government mandates us to do on CSR. Ms. Mascarenhas, you talked about a split. As I've mentioned earlier, we will look at that, but I think giving money back, I've already answered that. Money is for us the currency to increase the NAV of the company. Adil Irani, I've already answered the question of dividend and physical meeting. Mr. Chainani, you asked about the BSE site. I think again, Amit will be happy to answer that for you. And I think with that, I've sort of completed answering all. Some shareholders I haven't individually said because I've already covered those topics on answering other shareholders. In case, as I said again, in case any of the queries raised by you during this meeting have remained unanswered, please send in your request to the company, and we will respond to you or get back to you. I authorize the company secretary and chief compliance officer, Mr. Jamshed Patel, to conduct the e-voting procedure. The remote e-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable the members to cast their vote. Parikh and Associates, practicing company secretaries, have been appointed as the scrutinizer for this meeting. I also authorize company secretary to accept, acknowledge, and countersign the scrutinizer's report and declare the consolidated voting results on receipt of the scrutinizer's report. The results will be announced within the time stipulated from the conclusion of the meeting, and the same would be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on the website of the company and NSDL. I would like to thank shareholders for attending this meeting and for their continued support, and request all of you to stay safe and healthy. I'm sorry that we were not able to take questions from some shareholders due to connectivity issues, and I hope that next year around we would have better success. I also thank the directors for joining the meeting remotely. With your consent, the board members would now like to conclude this annual general meeting. Thank you.